people do false reports. So are we going to punish everyone who does false reports, or is it because he's a celebrity?
100%.
Juicy fruit,
funny,
you
bro.
fucked up, but
Wintermans.
a public lashing you gotta have. But we're not gonna cancel you.
Because that happened at our school, where this some student got into it with some other kind of semi-famous attorney or whatever, and she said some racist comments. Or
I can go to college. I can get a good job. I'm still a fucking nigga.
You're now listening.
You're now listening to the Shameless Goat.
The Shameless Goats.
The Shameless Goat.
Hey, once again, we are the Shameless Ghosts. Welcome everybody. We got the people. We got the goat here, Peter.
No, he's not the goat. Don't call him the
Tony,
He's not
and
the goat.
there's Kenneth. So, one thing I wanted to discuss now, it happened 2 weeks ago, but it's still been on my mind now, is my man Jussie Smollet.
Hey.
Haitian brother, right?
Smollett.
That dude.
My man was convicted of 5 felonies.
Yeah, all the charges, right? No, I think they were misdemeanors.
5 out of 6 misdemeanors or charges, felonies. Mainly, the main thing is just lying about the whole thing. If you don't know who that is, Jussie Smollet. He said he was going to Walgreens at 2:30 in the morning.
No, Subway, right?
Subway, sorry,
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning
Getting that foot long.
to get a sub in to get a sub. To get a sub in the freezing cold. Cool. He said that two white men approached him and said, "This is MAGA country," and one punched him in the face.
And put a rope
a
around
noose-
his neck.
a
right?
noose
Before that, but he said, "What?" He hit them back, and then they poured bleach on him and put a rope around his neck. He yelled, and then they ran away. And then come to find out, them 2 white men were 2 Nigerians. So shout out to them boys who, no, not shout out to them because we Nigerian, but whatever. So if you know, apparently it was all a lie. They all knew him. I guess there was a relationship with one of them, whatever, and he got convicted of that.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about
I mean, to
the
fabric.
Nigerians?
The Nigerians.
Yeah.
Oh.
The giant Nigerian. That's funny.
I mean, if they got paid, I'm okay with
They
it.
had Nigerians scamming all kinds of ways.
that's the
my
mega
God.
scam.
I think it's kind of fucked up because there was a lot of Team Blue who was riding for Jussie. Like, as soon as it happened, like, I seen some media coverage.
The Democrats, you mean?
Yeah, Team Blue. And then you got Kamala who tweeted in support, and you got Reverend Al Sharpton. I saw a funny tweet. Like, it was President Trump's son, one of his sons, I don't know their names, but one of the sons. And he put, like, he showed Al Sharpton when Al Sharpton said whoever did this to Jussie should get the justice to the extent of the law.
And he's like, I agree.
Yeah, now he's trolling. He showed the tweet. He's like, I agree. Whoever did that to Jussie, whoever gets convicted of it, needs to get justice to the full extent of the law. So it's like,
Oh, this is after we found out Jesse was lying. Didn't
yeah,
this is-
after
yeah.
the conviction.
So you
Yeah.
get the full.
So
okay.
it's another example, Team Blue, and like people, they just go to their corners and shit without any facts, any evidence, just hearing the story.
I mean, the story was just so wild and outlandish. Like,
Yeah.
somebody
It was
threw
wild.
bleach on
Too
him and then
wild.
put a noose around him. Oh, in the freezing cold. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It was too wild. I think that was in a freezing cold, you went to Subway. All right, cool. 2 men, MAGA country in Chicago. Like,
Right.
that's not.
yeah,
Nobody
they don't
says that.
fit.
Nobody says things like that. Like,
yeah.
this is not the 1950s. Racism is still a thing, but
It is.
it's not like out there.
So what's his story now, though? Like, what is he saying now? Because I know he came out and said that he did something sexual with one of the men, and
Yeah.
they're lying. So what actually is he saying now?
Like his defense.
His defense right now.
His defense was like, okay, the 2 Nigerian guys. I used to work with one on Empire, and so I would text him like, "Yo, let's meet up," because they used to go train. They both like really buff guys, so let's go train together. So then the prosecutor was like, "All right, so why'd you give both of them $3,500?" I was like, "Yeah, that was because like food money, because he hungry, he's poor, I'm rich, whatever. I just want to help them boys out."
Wow.
So the prosecutor was like, "All right, so then why did you DM them on Instagram? Why did y'all get in the car and circle that same Subway 3 times?" Yeah, but that's my Subway. That's where I eat at. That's like, all right. Then the Nigerian's like, "Oh no, he did it. He just did it. Oh, he just did it."
Forgive me.
So I guess one big moral of the story is just one, Nigerians be scamming. Yes, no matter what, we'll say anything to get off. And 2, this nigga was like, he used his blackness and his, I don't know, the gayness is a
For support.
for
right.
just like
Yeah, the
Immediate
minority.
support.
believe
Immediate
me,
support.
believe me.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems because there is real racism, like you
Right.
said, and then he's over here throwing out the race card, and then Team Blue gets behind him, and he got a lot of friends in Hollywood and stuff, and then everybody's supporting him before like all the information comes out. Now everybody looks stupid.
I think he gave like the racist white man like a chance to be like, see,
Some
these
ammo,
niggas be
right?
lying. I told y'all these
There's
niggas
no
be lying.
racism.
Right.
Look at Jussie.
Niggas are lying.
It's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. So to Peter's point, now what do we do when somebody who's supposed to be one of our own does
And
something-
legitimately gets bleach poured on them.
No. Well,
Oh yeah.
now that's serious. Yeah, definitely. What do we do on that part? But I'm talking about somebody we threw support for in the beginning, and then you found out dude is lying. Now, do we hold them accountable with that same energy? Do we keep that same energy?
I think they got to.
No.
You know what's the problem, man? It's like when I was reading up on this, it's like I don't know if you ever remember "Do the Right Thing," the movie, the Spike Lee movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So on the wall, in the graffiti wall, it says Tawana told the truth. It was about like a young lady named Tawana, like Bradley or some shit like that. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. She said that she said she was walking home. 4 white men approached her, threw her in a trash bag, poured feces on her, and wrote like nigger on her shirt. Right?
Damn.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
And she's a 16-year-old girl, whatever. Come to find out, according to the justice system, all that shit was fake.
Wow.
All of it was a complete lie that she only did that because her dad didn't know where she was at.
Yeah.
So she wanted to hide like that shame or whatever.
Yeah.
So she made up this whole story so her dad be like, "Oh shit, damn!" Like you know you lie to your parents.
I don't
Like,
remember that. That was in Do the Right Thing. All of that.
It was in that was a graffiti sign. So the point I'm trying to make is that after all the truth came out, Sharpton, Spike Lee, Public Enemy, all these niggas was like, "That's a lie." She told the truth. So that's what the graffiti said in Do the Right Thing. Tawana told the truth. Even after the police said, "Nigga, none of this happened." One of the people she accused was the prosecutor.
So you sound like
Yo, that's
back her up
crazy.
regardless. No
Yeah.
matter.
So the
Oh,
prosecutor
wow.
obviously sued her, won, because all of that shit was fake.
Right.
My thing was Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and Spike Lee, after all the evidence came out, like, this bitch might be lying. They still was like, hell nah, Tawana told the truth.
They doubled down.
They doubled down. That's what like the big protest.
Yeah, I
was
dig that though. I feel like white people
You
don't-
dig that?
I feel like white
doubling
people
down.
I feel like white people don't necessarily throw their own to the wolves. You know what I mean? No matter
Alright.
right or wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like if look at Trump. Trump says
Yeah.
a lot of fucking lies and a lot
Yeah.
of shit. They know it's lies. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. They never tell him publicly like, hey, you're fucked up, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They do it behind closed doors. But I feel like we take it as a point to be like, yo, you making us look bad to black people.
I think that's true.
You're
like,
a nigger and we're the black ones.
Yeah, like Team Red, they don't censor each other like that. At least not publicly, like what you're saying. When Donnie T was our president, he could say whatever the fuck he wants, and nobody. I don't know if it's because of his personality, because they wouldn't say nothing publicly.
But see,
so I
that's
see
not.
what you're saying.
But that's not true. That's not true. So
Or some people would, but it didn't happen enough. I can say that.
so when you put it the way Tony put it, he put all white people in one box. But that's not
Well,
true.
no, you know, I'm just talking shit, but yeah. It's my perception of white people.
But what Peter said is Team Red, and that's very true.
Republicans do not.
When it's Republicans, when they person do something, they're not holding him accountable. But it's on the same side on the Democrats. When Democrats do something, we're not holding each other accountable.
Nah, nigga, Team Blue eats their own.
Democrats are. I remember
They got Senator Al Franklin
That's
out of the
perfect
Senate
example. Yeah.
for like he took a picture as a comedian with a woman
Yeah.
while she was sleeping,
Oh.
well before he made it to the Senate while he was still in his comedian career. They got that nigga kicked out of the Senate, the U.S. Senate. You know what type of support you need to have
to be a
to
senator.
win a United States Senate
Sure.
position? They got him kicked out, and then when legislation's getting passed that they don't agree with it, when they don't have the votes and it's close margins, it's like you just got this guy kicked out. But
These Democrats try to take the high road and
yeah,
like
they do that a
but
lot.
even with like
sometimes they need to go low. Fuck what Michelle said, when they go low, you go higher, or whatever it is. We go low.
you trying to get to
Nah,
the dirt.
nigga. Sometimes y'all need to roll in the mud.
Nah, but like even okay, so I'm gonna give you another example. Like I'm gonna go back to Tawana. Like when I would have found out that she lied about it, I would have been on her head. You embarrassing us. I'm not defending you no more, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Like kick it to the street. And we did all this protesting. We marching. We got Tawana told the truth signs and blah blah blah.
But publicly?
Publicly, I'm out. Get out of here. You're ruining the cause. Like, cause now, if all the evidence that the justice system, better or worse, whatever, they say, you know what, OJ not guilty, or Yeah, not guilty. Tawana, guilty. You lied. If we're going to believe the OG thing, if Tawana said, yo, you lied, I'm like, yeah, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're ruining it for the rest of us who are really, really trying to, like, the true shit.
Right.
Like, you're ruining it for us. So, yeah, bitch, I'm going to call you out. That shit was wrong. So I have some virtue, some objectivity within this space.
But I think you're fighting a battle that doesn't even matter. No matter what you do,
That's fair.
you're always going to be seen as the negative. So you're trying to get rid of the one true negative, so that you don't seem negative. If that makes sense. Like, you're trying to get rid of
explain a little bit more?
Like, you're trying to get rid of Tawana to like purify the way you look or the way the black people look. But now
you said no matter what you do, you're
still gonna be looking like Tawana.
That's like you're
no
a
matter
little
what.
pessimistic right there.
I'm being honest. I mean, it's just my experience in America. Like, I can go to college, I can get a good job. I'm still a fucking nigga.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
just
saying?
being
Like, you're
black,
still
that's not.
But you're still held
it's
to
not-
certain stereotypes regardless, is what I'm saying.
I agree with that, but I think the problem is when you're not objective, publicly, privately. I think you make it worse. Like, you can't be the way Junior just described Al Sharpton or whomever it was that he described, and then when it turns around that that wasn't real, then you just be quiet, just look. Nah.
Yeah, you just like,
because then now you take away your credibility.
right.
Like, don't take away your credibility.
But you have none. To me, you don't really have credibility to a white man. To me, or the
So you
white men in America.
I feel like the boys respect like Al.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I don't think so,
Benjamin
dog.
Crump, who I think he defended Trayvon, Ahmaud Arbery. Like, it seems like, they like the race baiters.
Now-
Like, I get that. But, like, I feel like they have a leg to stand on because they've been in the trenches. They be like, oh, your kid got beat up by the police. Yeah, I'm there. We're going to protest.
And you think they say Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, those are the good ones.
No,
Those
but it's
are
not
the
about
ones.
that. It's not about.
I mean,
It's not about that. It's about some credibility.
you got to have
You
something
gotta
to
have
stand on.
some credibility.
Okay.
I think towards black people, you need credibility. White people don't really give a fuck.
So you think there's no difference between us who we are right now, and Al Sharpton in the eyes of a white person?
Not all white people. I think the majority of the white people.
But I mean, but I'm saying-
I think we're all the same.
See us all the
I
same.
think we're all the same.
But so if something happens, they're not gonna call us. They're not gonna be like, "Yo, we're gonna champion Trayvon Martin." They're gonna be like,
Call that one black nigga.
Who the fuck is? They're gonna be
That's
like,
what
"Who the
they
fuck
say.
is Tony?" But
Right.
All that one.
But the only point is, at least he has more credibility. Don't lose the little that you have for Tawana or whomever.
I'm going to give you another example to kind of hop on a point. A young woman named Kayla McKelvey was the leader of a black student group at her university. So she was leading a protest about a Twitter account tweeting racist threats and saying they're going to kill all the black kids at the school. You don't need to be here while the niggers here, blah, 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 blah. She had a big protest. The dean of the school met her. Fucking the police got involved. FBI got involved to see, like, what's this threat against the African Americans. Obviously, had a PWI. It's a smaller y'all. Y'all all in the same black student union. Boom. So come to find out, the person that was tweeting all of that shit was her.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? So imagine me at the protest behind your stupid ass at the Black Student Union rallies, and we protesting, we doing sit-ins at the dean's office, and you're not listening to
The
us.
system's broken. System's
Yeah,
broken.
and then your stupid ass is the one. You're the leader of this group.
You did it.
It wasn't her.
They asked her why she served 90 days in jail and probation for 5 years. Why'd you do it?
Prove it.
I want an audience with the dean.
That's dumb.
You see what I
That's
mean? Like,
right.
bitch,
What the hell?
I would be.
Just go
I'll
to
be
the
so
dean's
mad.
office and schedule an
But
appointment.
you need to create like a atmosphere, like get them on their toes.
Dude.
That's like, that makes me so angry. Like, why would I defend you in that case?
Don't.
It wasn't her.
It was.
You got to keep that.
Just keep saying it
you
wasn't
don't.
her.
You don't do us.
No.
You don't do us no good.
Come on.
Or
man.
No,
I
it was
mean, either way,
no
I feel like it's
good.
no good. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I feel like no matter what,
It absolutely
Like
matters because
hearing
then
you, it's like, oh, go
I
ahead.
Because
have
there'll
no
be-
hope for America.
there'll be there's no progress. That means there can be and there has been no progress, and that's just not true.
It sounds like to me, like you don't branch out your friends enough. You don't have enough. To me, it sounds like you don't have enough other experiences to counteract your pessimism. Because it's like you just think generally a lot of these white people, boom, negative.
Oh, he went to a white school.
I went to PWI.
Who, Jussie?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
really?
he went to, you after shit. That's one of
Hey,
those.
Yeah, but how many white friends did you have at the PWI? How many people you got close with?
I had like white roommates my first year.
But
So I've
were
been
you
around white
close
people.
with them? Like, or they were just your
I mean,
roommate?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
can say.
One of the things that I think is a problem in the country right now is that people don't have. If you're in Team Blue, you don't have a lot of friends who are Team Red. If you're
True.
Team Red, you don't have a lot of friends who are Team Blue.
But that's like political. Like I mean, like I knew for sure
Or
that
different
these white people
experiences,
that I
even-
was friends with, when they go back home, they're saying nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like
But how
that's
do
the
you
way
know
I
that?
felt.
That's
Like
You
tough.
don't. You didn't
you
go
don't
home
really-
with them. Why are you saying
Do
you
you
know
feel
they
like
do that?
you have had a better college experience than at a HBCU?
because you know I did go to both.
Yes, that's right.
So-
That's right.
I went to UF and then I went to FAMU. I'll say the experience of an HBCU
It's
was-
different. It's better. Oh,
It's
how
di-
are you said?
It's definitely an experience. It's definitely like it's to guide you into this world. That's the best I could put HBCU for a black man.
It's nurturing.
Would you say it's a
nurturing.
better experience than at the PWI? Just
See,
I'm not saying
'cause-
education wise, because obviously,
All right, because I was gonna say it's kind of tough because
clearly,
I say it's nurturing. I say it's more
HBCU
nurturing.
Yo, time
Clearly.
out, son.
Yeah.
clearly, like we're not even gonna get into that.
HBCUs don't really have
Hey.
money.
They don't have
Yeah.
they don't
They
have textbooks.
They don't have
Bro.
They don't have
Computer
textbooks.
labs.
That's
Bruh,
funny.
They don't
Not
have
again.
Chairs.
They don't have paid
You
floors.
almost lost me, bro.
teachers.
No,
Teachers,
we were like
that's
in
funny.
dirt roads and shit. Like that's what it is.
Chill.
But you just feel the atmosphere is good to be black when you're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
When you're at
Culturally,
right.
gotta be. Yeah.
When you're at PWI, you're literally a fucking
Just a
pimple.
number.
Yeah, right.
Would you say the PWI though is like the way of the world? Like you're a
100%.
minority.
So in fact, it kind of teaches you how to maneuver in the world. Then
Would y'all rather send your kids to a PWI or to HBCU?
Probably
Hey,
That's
good
HBCU.
question.
that's tough.
I say HBCU.
I'll say PWI
Oh, for real.
because of the quality of education.
You
They're
can
like,
get a quality education anywhere. I mean, you can learn on online. I don't. It's quality.
nah,
So what do you say? Like you say quality of education.
the better
you can
professors.
Learn,
Like
you
so,
can
I had
learn math anywhere.
no, but it's not the same.
You can
Yeah,
learn-
it's not the same.
I know what you're talking
It's
about.
not
Like
the
what
same.
what difference is
So
The professors.
let me tell you, my
the
professor.
professors?
Yeah.
I had a psychology professor at UF. He wrote 6 books. He was
Yeah.
like the dean of the whatever.
Yeah.
He was like the board or whatever. This motherfucker, like,
so the connections, I guess, when you say that.
no, it's his.
Because anybody can
it's
teach
who
you
he is.
psychology. It's just a fucking textbook.
Here's a good example. At UF, imagine being he does sports science.
Right.
Or not sports science.
Whatever, we'll say
yeah,
it.
let's say
That's
physical
fine.
therapy. UF invented Gatorade. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
They
Like
have cures for cancer.
yeah, like
there.
that's the recovery for let's say not sports. I know you're not
Florida
sports
Memorial
science.
invented lift every voice and sing.
So you want to be a singer? What do you mean?
Hey, the Black National Anthem,
And
dude.
you don't know the second verse.
Lift every voice.
All
No,
right.
no, yeah,
Start off
exactly.
the
That's
bit.
not-
So that's what I'm saying. It's like these resources that they have,
Right.
and there's a whole bunch of reasons. Yes, but nigga, let's say I'm doing sports science, physical therapy, athletic training, and the school I go to invented Gatorade. What we use when we're depleted. What the fuck?
The money is
the
there.
What the hell?
song full
Come
of
on
the.
now. Come on.
Oh, hold up, Tony. Finish your
That
answer
the
about
dark past has taught
your,
us.
your professor. You were trying to make a
shit.
point.
Sing
Yeah,
the
6 this,
song.
6 that.
I was just saying that the quality of the professors are different. Like, so at FAMU, I think they had what is his name, Kid and play from the, he was teaching like music class. Nigga, UF they probably have a orchestra
You're
person.
right.
You know what I mean? Like nigga that wrote music
But
for
that's
30
just,
years.
So it's like you're just saying popular people. It's not that.
Well, it's not about popular. It's just showing you like the career paths or like the extensive of their credentials.
Yeah,
It's like
a
someone
lot,
who
bro.
studied music for 30 years, wrote songs, wrote orchestra. You know what I mean? Like he was that guy.
Yeah.
Versus a nigga that was on movies who made a couple songs
Yeah,
and to
but
teach
I don't
music.
know. It's like because you can learn from anyone.
Nah, but
It's the type of
It's
teacher.
like
yeah,
it's like where
different.
we went to law school. We had professors who went to Harvard and whatever Yale. What? But there's some professors who didn't go to Ivy League schools. There's some professors who are judges. But anybody can teach you contracts law. Nigga, you just get a book and learn contracts law.
Maybe law is
Anybody
different
can teach
then. I
you
don't know.
property law.
Understood.
Anybody can teach you this stuff. You just need a book. You don't even need. Well, some parts you might need. It helps to have a professor.
So let me put it in this term then. So you want to learn from like a C student who's if you're say you want to be a doctor, right? You want to be an MD. You want your professor to be a C student. You want to be a professor to be a well-renowned surgeon. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference.
But like there's
There-
so even if he's a world-renowned surgeon, some people are better at teaching than other people. Even if you have, I don't know,
I'm talking about
accomplishments, some
it's the
people
knowledge
teach
base.
better.
It's the knowledge base.
Yeah, they
that
have.
you
Some
lose.
people have knowledge, but they don't know how to teach.
All right, you're like nitpicking little.
No, you
things.
said who do I
Overall.
want? I want the person who's better at
Okay.
teaching.
It's all good.
He can't teach what he
Okay.
doesn't know.
I think the problem
Yeah.
is you can't gauge people when you interview them
Mm-hmm.
100%. So you need some kind of objective measure.
Right.
And so the only
Yeah.
thing you got to go with is people's credentials until they start teaching, and then you're like, okay, this
Right, he's
motherfucker's
trash.
not a
Yeah,
good
some
teacher.
professors are trash.
Right, but you don't know that.
You don't know that
You don't
until
know
that.
all the time. One thing I wanted to kind of, we got off the topic, but we should get back to it. With Jussie Smollet is like, the nigga lied, and by now he probably has his sentence in. What do you think should be the punishment for him
For lying?
for lying?
Just like Reverend Al said, full
just-
extent of the law, right? That's what I think it's
Yeah.
Donald Trump Jr. who tweeted that.
I don't think he did anything but waste our time. I mean, honestly,
But wasting the police time, that's
Yeah,
like, that's
I
something.
guess, but
It's like calling
I don't
911.
think I don't think they should punish him. I think something should happen, but like
Tony, like, give him a raise.
people, no,
fuck? Like, what did he
people
do wrong?
People do false reports. So are we going to punish everyone who does false reports, or is it because he's a celebrity
100%
that we
that's
want
the
to?
reason.
You want to punish him
I
because he's a celebrity and did it, or you think like the average Joe who does a false report should get punished as well?
I think that if you barely waste resources and you didn't hurt anybody, there's no violent crime. I mean, you made a stupid
I
story.
think a lot of it though is
Give
like
him community service.
accountability. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, nigga, you wasted time. The police, we was really looking. Like, we have security cameras and shit, and then the whole time you orchestrated that shit. Like, I'm thinking about, for example, like now a big thing is Travis Scott with Astroworld. Nigga he throws a big festival. 10 people unfortunately passed away. One of them was, I think, 10 years old.
Right.
So who do we hold accountable for that? With him? Do we hold the security team? Does Houston PD? Who is accountable? What should we do? I saw the latest
Everybody.
lawsuit I saw was 10 billion.
Oh,
Hey, they
shit.
tripping with these
10
lawsuits.
billies.
You're not getting all that money.
Yeah, you know,
Of
but
course,
But
but
you
yeah.
shoot for the stars and land on the moon.
But just the account, yeah, that's true. Yeah, give me one, I'll be straight. But
So,
what do you talk accountability?
Explain how that went down with the Travis Scott.
Astroworld, I remember watching it live. So Astroworld is a festival he throws in Houston because he's from there, shows love to his city. So what Travis Scott does is, imagine, let's say Marlins Park, or Dolphin Stadium could hold 90,000 people. Travis Scott knows that his concert sold out 100,000 tickets in the first hour. All of it sold out immediately. So he knows, like, he started tweeting like, yo, I know some of y'all didn't get in, but we raging. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, they storm the gates
because of what he wrote.
because of what he said.
Okay.
So these are people who don't have tickets.
Right.
So the 100,000 got their tickets. So now we get into the nighttime. The biggest thing that happened was when Drake came out. Drake comes out, surprise guest,
Right.
and people are like, yo, Drake. Phones come out. People mush forward.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. So they mush forward into like these two large kind of big squares in the middle of the field. And that's where the shit started. And ambulance couldn't get through. People like, yo, Travis waving them down. He thinking like, oh, y'all turned up. So to his credit, he stopped the show twice. Like, yo, security, help that girl right there. She
Right.
looked passed out. Yo, what's up? You good? Oh, yeah, get up that nigga. Let's turn up. And shit just went left. So who do we hold accountable?
I think he might
that?
be accountable because he invited people more than he knew they had space for.
He has a history of doing that as well.
Yeah, I don't know how. I guess history could be a bit of a factor, but for that one event on that day, he invited more people than he knew that the stadium could support. So for that, he could be at fault.
I would say even without that tweet inviting people in, I still think he's at fault. It's kind of
Really?
like, let's say you're a talk show host, right? And someone in the back is doing something. This is your talk show. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're responsible for everything that happens on this talk show, no matter what. Like, it's your name, it's your brand, it's your responsibility, no matter what. And that's the way it is. Like, you're the head, heavy is the crown.
So I think it depends on.
Yeah.
I think it depends on a few things. When they were actually at the concert, what was he saying when like people were moshing and all that? Like, was he inciting it? Was he like, yeah,
Inciting
yeah,
a mosh?
like, yeah, yo, mosh, like, yo, rage, yo, or what, was he saying anything like
But
that?
yeah, but that's performative. I mean, he was like, yeah, we rage. Yeah, that's what we do. Like mosh pit culture. Everybody make a circle, and when the song drop, y'all jump in and turn up.
Yeah, and then also, go ahead.
Then I think everybody involved,
100%.
including him
And the police.
everybody involved, because yo, bro, like you said, you got a history of doing this. You do this all the time, and we're
Yeah.
not supposed to hold you accountable.
Right.
You made up way more people come to your concert than
Yeah,
were supposed to come to your
that's-
concert.
yeah.
You know people be getting violent at your concert, and you incite it all the time. To say you have nothing, zero, come on.
Stupid.
I'm not gonna say you the number one. Like, hey, bro, that 10 bills, that's on you. No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But bro, you got to get something.
So what are you saying is on him? Sorry to cut you off. What are you saying is on him?
Him,
Unless you was gonna answer that.
first of all, inciting it. You have a history of it. So now I know, man, you know what be going on, bro. That's what the history is for. It's like you have the knowledge of this. This shit goes on all the time.
But he didn't have knowledge that people are dying.
We're dying,
at
exactly.
his shows.
I agree with
But
that.
that's a direct result of
Exactly.
actions.
Well, I don't know if it was a direct. I mean,
Okay, I understand. Go ahead.
like an anticipatory direct result of it. I don't know if he.
I understand.
He didn't. I don't think he was trying to get people killed. And then also, like when you're on stage and they got the light blinding in your face.
You just see sea of people. Like,
No, sometimes the lights is just in your face. He probably couldn't even see much out there. I don't know. I don't think he saw people dying
and was
and
like,
said,
fuck it.
"I'm not stopping my show. Let them die."
But I don't believe that because he did stop the show and said,
No,
hey,
I'm
look
saying
at this
he
person.
doesn't know people are dying out there. Of course, you stop your show.
But
at
I don't
that
think
point.
it's about the. I don't think it's about the dying. I
Right.
think it's about the violence. Like you do this on multiple shows and people get hurt and you keep doing it.
Yeah,
At
that's
some
stupid.
point in time, you don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm not saying he's responsible for them dying. I'm not saying that he should get any kind of murder charge, but you need to be held to some kind of accountability. It's a new thing, and it's something we got to figure out.
So
all right,
we have to figure it out. Yeah.
what percentage?
I think it's pretty like simple. Like the moment he told those extra people to cross the gates and come in, he took responsibility for me.
What,
Like,
man, but he has
because-
security. What is security people at?
Yeah,
Security
where's-
or not, you told these people to do it.
Yeah,
Like he
'cause-
knows it holds 100,000. Anything beyond that is illegal
But
with a
wh-
fire code, all
But
that
security,
shit, right?
like
He knows.
they got a job too. Like
They
overran
he's not
security.
security.
I seen the video.
Yeah, they overran
They
them.
overran security. It
But
was like
that's their job. You're not supposed to get overrun. That's your job to
Oh,
keep
no,
the
no,
lives
no.
straight.
We're talking about-
Like,
I
I
agree.
can't overrun
they
security
overran
going
the
to
Capitol.
club.
What were we saying?
I can't overrun
true.
security
They
going
overran
to the
the
club at
Capitol.
night.
They
Like
overran
it
the
happens.
It
If
happens.
you
it
get
doesn't.
60 people together to go through security at a club, you can do it.
Yeah, but then they're
Then
gonna
what?
kick me out, or there's protocol.
But,
People
stop. It's
don't
too many
get past
people.
security all the
It's
time.
too many people.
No, it was too many people.
It's too many
It
people,
was too many
but I do agree that security, you have a function. I mean, come on now. I think it was 1,000
what's the point of paying them?
officers in security.
Because for the normal though, I think you
Yeah.
pay them to handle
The
a little bit
100,000.
beyond the normal, not something stupid that you call. I can't pay you and then make your job completely hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, stop these people from coming in, but I'm gonna go behind you until 100,000 more people to go through the gate.
I think
Stupid.
I think what you do is you stop the show when you security. The show stops.
He
period.
Oh,
And that-
security
that's
should have
their fault.
stopped it.
It
Like
is
security
their
should have
fault.
walked on stage.
I
It
agree.
says too many
Stop
people.
the show. Stop.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all 100 motherfuckers. Y'all niggas ain't getting in. Everybody that's in here right now,
Right.
I'm sorry, but
Wait,
because
Check bands.
So
everything.
at what point does security go on stage while him and Drake are performing and stop
you
the
stop the
concert?
anytime,
stage.
period.
You stop it.
Anytime you stop everything. That's
their job.
That's where I would hold security accountable. Like,
The-
bro, y'all
You stop it
Y'all
all.
kept going.
Right? Even
Yeah.
the police, the fire
So
marshals,
you
everybody
really,
should have did
do
it.
you seriously think while this nigga's doing a concert?
I would stop him.
You should
So
stop
if you're the chief of police,
If I'm the
you're
chief
gonna-
of police.
yeah, because the
Nigga,
chief of,
everybody go home.
Clubbed him.
the chief
I
of
would have
police,
clubbed him, bro.
Nah,
I'd be
if
like,
I'm a
bruh,
security guard, I
dang.
probably can't. If I'm a security, I can't.
because
But
you got to be someone with some authority to just stop this
yeah,
man's
if
show.
I'm the chief
So-
of police, nigga, get
You at
the-
least raise the notion that hey, this shit is unsafe
yeah.
Yeah, but he's doing the show. Who are you gonna raise the notion to? His
to your
manager
superior,
backstage.
to your superior, and
His
then
road manager.
after that
Who's
you're
the
clear.
superior? What you gonna tell the mayor? Who's
No,
your
okay.
superior as a chief?
What I'm saying, as a security guard, I bring it up to my supervisor, and I've done my
I'm sure
job,
they
and now
did.
I am in the clear from anything
Yeah.
that happens because I said what I was supposed to say.
I'm sure the
Like
common
that is-
person did that. The common security guard
I'm
told
pretty
their
sure they didn't.
supervisor
Like I saw, he has an interview with Charlemagne that happened, and he was saying they were
after the show, after the
Like
or before,
like 3 days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago,
Oh.
exactly. So effectively, Charlemagne was like, he asked him a question that
That's stupid
what
to
could
do.
you say? What interview?
Yes, because he's still facing lawsuits. It's
Yeah,
stupid
that's-
for him.
But you
to
got
give-
self-incriminating.
you do got to
Incriminating.
forget to give any statement. Keep your fucking mouth
People
shut
people
until
died.
your
People-
lawsuits are
people,
done.
People died.
But he
No,
kept it
don't say
clean. He
nothing.
kept
But
it clean.
wait,
though. He
but
kept it
so
clean.
Charlemagne was like, what would you say to the families, especially like the one of the kids? I think was
I
9
say
or 10.
I'm sorry.
He says, I'm sorry. Yes. So Charlemagne was like, but then how do you explain your history of inciting, not violence or just rage culture, blah, blah, blah. He's like, me and my fans, we have this understanding. I've done this many, many times, blah, 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 blah.
I don't think
It's a
that's-
tough thing. I mean, I saw a clip.
That's stupid.
I saw a clip. He had a show, and then it was like at an auditorium, and there was a balcony. He was like, yo, my man up there, rage, just jump in the crowd.
He said,
Jump in the crowd and nigga catch you. So like you see
That's
the first
wild.
2 or 3 people do it, all good. This nigga jumps in the crowd,
Nobody catch him.
nobody catches him.
Oh man.
He deserved that.
Paralyzed from the waist down.
He deserved that.
But I guess in Travis Scott's defense, it was like Travis was like, yo, is he good? He is down on the ground. He's like, "No, all right, bring him to me, bring him." So they're dragging him by the arms.
Oh.
That's crazy.
So he was like, "Yo, you all right?" And then he was like, he couldn't hear him. So he said, "Here, take my ring. Like, take my ring as like a measure of good faith." Meanwhile, this kid is paralyzed from the waist down.
But I got the ring.
But he didn't know that. You know what I mean? Hey, what are you gonna do with the ring?
You can't keep saying I didn't know. That's the shit I don't like.
That's real.
What you gonna do? I mean, but then what's the accountability look like?
I think he
That's
should
the hard
lose.
part.
What does it
That's
look like for Travis, for
that's
Jussie?
hard.
He's losing some money.
What does it look like for these niggas who create these issues that us black people can't even defend?
So I think the accountability topic goes in two different directions. One, us as black people, are we going to hold people? Fuck people. Are we going to hold other black people
Right,
accountable
black people.
when we think they doing some dumbass shit?
You have to.
Not in public.
You have to, always.
And then two, the other part is, okay, now literally what do we do? Because I don't know how to measure Travis Scott's accountability for that. But I think he deserves some type of blame. And just because something is hard don't mean we don't try. To me. So I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like
Murder?
What is the...
Not criminal, but he got in civil court. I think he needs to lose.
Oh yeah,
some
he
money.
will.
He's gonna lose
money.
He's gotta
nothing,
lose some money.
nothing criminal for him inciting.
I don't know about criminal, but like
He gonna
civil,
lose money.
he got to lose some money.
He gonna lose.
He got to lose something. And I'm not just talking about legal fees. I'm talking a settlement, a steep settlement. He should lose some money.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, he said he offered to pay for their funerals. And
Who gives a fuck, nigga?
I know.
A funeral?
Yeah, I know.
That's a cop out, dude.
I know. And a trust fund for the
Funeral.
You know,
Dog, people died. I mean, a funeral pay their expenses. You're giving up some good money, man.
Yeah, you got to give us some good money.
Yeah.
So then how does security actually work then? Because you're saying, nah, the security can't get overrun. I'm like, that's just not.
That's not
physically
security.
Oh, it happened on
possible.
January 6th. The security got overrun.
Exactly. So I'm saying at some point in time, it's not going to be enough security.
So let's really explain what security at a concert really does. They don't have a badge. They don't have a gun. They don't have a flashlight. They have a piece of paper probably, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
like,
their job is not to stop people from doing anything.
They be
It's
like,
to record
stay,
and,
like, I'll
and,
slap your
and
ass.
see.
Yeah.
And then tell the police what happened. Just like a security guard at Dollar Tree or something. They're not going to stop you from stealing. They're just there to
That's
record.
true. I tell you, I used to work at CVS. If you steal anything, even we used to hire security in the front, and we would just tell them, like, even if people are walking out with stuff, like, you can't do nothing. Like, you just did it, like,
Observe.
Yeah, like,
observe.
just try to make the illusion. But, like, people will steal, and we'd be like, Officer Rodriguez, this is our call. Officer Rodriguez, please, like, look at all aisles. And there's no officer in the store. It's just, we just say it as, like, a deterrent. So, and then we had an actual security guard.
That's so funny.
And then people was, of course, people steal like lotion and soap and perfume.
That's funny.
Nothing you could do.
The security guards at apartment complexes. I just drive right through the fucking gate. What are they gonna do?
They
Snitch.
write your
Snitch.
tag there,
Nothing.
buddy.
They
They,
going
They
to
don't do anything.
snitch.
write your
They
tag,
don't do
buddy,
shit.
for
Snitch.
next
Do it
time.
all the time.
That's funny. Do you
Snitch.
break the gate arm also?
No,
or-
sometimes it's open. You just gotta stop. They don't do anything. I'll be like, I was just here. They be like, okay, go ahead. The fuck? They don't give a fuck.
So at the concerts, who do they answer to? Like, do they answer to Travis Scott? Do they answer to the venue?
Houston PD.
Houston PD?
That we're hired for.
Then
yeah.
fucking stop the show then.
Stop.
Then stop the show.
Yeah, I
because
think
he's
the
not my
police department
boss.
was
It's,
there.
but it's hard to know. Like, you got 100,000 people and 10 people died. Like, how you gonna find these 10? You know, I'm sure other people need like medical services and all of that shit. But like, how do you find these 10 people out of 100,000?
No, not even
doesn't
that.
stop the show.
Stop
How
the
would
show.
they stops the death.
Stop the
But
sh-
how do you like? I'm just thinking about it practically. Even people calling 911, there's so much noise that the dispatcher probably can't even hear anything.
We're asking the security
And then
guard
even-
to call.
All right, but I'm saying it's so noisy to call 911 and even report it. The dispatcher probably can't hear nothing.
That's a good
And then
point.
even if you do report it, how the fuck are they gonna find you?
No, he was aware there's an issue because you'll see it like in the video. If you watch it, there's an ambulance trying to ride through the middle of the crowd. So he's aware that something is going
Like,
on.
hey, just drive over to the right side. Drive to the.
No,
how
but-
are they gonna find you?
But does he keep going as they're
stop.
No,
driving?
he sees
the
an ambulance.
show.
He's like, "Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's weird." He stops it for a little bit and then
He kept going.
turn up. Because then what happens is like he turns up, a nigga hops on top of the ambulance and starts like, you know,
That's
turning
not
Trying
up.
to get some
funny.
space so he ain't getting squished. You want to get on top of the
True.
I
ambulance.
mean, I would have stopped it before. Once it's way too many
But this
people
is
there,
hindsight.
I would no. That's how.
Right.
That's how I
You're not
think.
stupid.
I'd have exactly.
You
I'd
probably
have-
wouldn't have invited the extras
First
to
of all,
begin with.
if I'm Travis, no, I wouldn't do that. But if I'm the security, once it's like, hey, my nigga, we way packed. Nah, stop it.
Well,
Then-
I mean, I guess this needed to happen because now protocol changes now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
moving
So
forward. That's
That's what it
and
is.
I wouldn't want to be the need to nigga.
No,
I know.
And he's gonna have some if he performs again, which I hope I hope he still has some career. I don't like canceling people completely, but like his insurance fee to do concerts is gonna be pretty high after this. Nigga, you got 10 bodies on you. Like you're lucky we let you perform.
It's funny you said that you hope his career doesn't.
I don't want him to be canceled. Nah.
And I feel like you feel that way because he's black. And like,
Nah, not just because he's black. I
Oh,
don't
I feel
like
that way.
cancel culture. Period.
I feel that way because he's black. Like, I don't really like canceling black people. I like to publicly embarrass though.
That's
Like if you do some
What?
stupid shit like how these, she's tweeting from Black Lives Matter, like, oh fuck these black people, and it's you. Like, yeah, I want to publicly embarrass you because like I think that's how black people in general operate. My teacher told me that white people learn individually, black people learn as a collective. That's what she said. I don't know how true or not. It was a sociology teacher. So it's like the way we learn is if we gain new information that will benefit the group, we bring it back to the group.
Okay.
So it's like, yo, I know new crypto. Let me tell y'all boys about the crypto. I know this gonna make us more money. This is gonna successful. I know about this new loan, this new credit. We bring it back to the group because if we don't, we feel like survivor's remorse.
A crab in the barrel if you don't bring it back to the group.
If you don't, right? It's like, oh, you got out.
Crab ass nigga.
And yeah,
Right.
you just want to do your own thing.
Right.
So
Talented.
I feel like with that's a good example. With Travis or with any black person, I'm gonna embarrass you. Tawana, bitch, you lied. You niggas is lying. Travis, you fucked up. You shouldn't have done that interview. Juicy, I keep saying his name wrong the whole time.
I don't even remember his name.
Jussie
Jussie.
Smollett.
We're gonna stay with you.
So yeah, like
Juicy.
Juicy
That shit
fruit,
funny,
you
bro.
fucked up. But
Winter mints.
a public lashing you gotta have. But we're not gonna cancel you.
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
I don't like cancel culture, but he's just stupid.
He's
I
stupid.
think I don't want to cancel him, but I think for him to get another acting career, get his career back after this, I don't think a lot of
Tyler Perry
producers
movies.
aren't going to hire him. I
He
think they're
said
going to say
Tyler
clear
Perry
him.
movie.
Only.
Oh, Tyler
He said
Perry.
Tyler.
Only.
I don't think this should affect his acting career. I mean,
You don't
I
think this
he
should or will?
Well, I think he should be able to take a hiatus from acting for a little bit, but I think he should be able to come back because he's still a great actor. Let's not kill that. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that part.
Well, I mean, if
I
you-
never
if you
watched.
think
I never
he is, I
watched
don't know.
like what was it? A doctor TV show he did,
No.
right?
I don't know.
Empire.
I'm just saying,
Empire.
like, he had a good job.
It was
so I would
wasn't he
assume.
a doctor or something? Something.
Hell no. Hopefully not. 'Cause that's not believable
No,
at
I
all.
thought he played like a medical.
No.
Hopefully not, because
Oh.
that's not believable.
At least
But
that's not what he famous
This
for.
fake shit, like, it gotta like, what does it come? Why do not even? I'm thinking about like, I don't know if I remember like in middle school, with like all these fake stories that we found out were true. Like, I was thinking about how like we all used to think Sierra was
Grey's
hermaphrodite.
Anatomy. Wasn't he on
Do
Grey's
you remember?
Anatomy?
You don't know Sierra. You don't know who Sierra
Not
is. But
Grey's
like,
Anatomy.
Sierra
No,
was
hold
a
on.
transvestite.
Go back to the Sierra.
Sierra.
We-
So
Yeah.
we all
Exactly.
we all went to different schools, and we
Is
didn't have
that
social
right?
media. We all thought Sierra, the singer, was born a man.
And that's wild.
And she had to actually answer that like, nah, I really have a vagina and blah, blah, blah. We thought
that's
Aaliyah
funny.
had one eye because she always had the fucking... We thought Tommy Hilfiger was racist, that he said, I don't want black people wearing
his
my
clothes,
stuff.
yeah.
And none of that is true.
And
Oh,
he
really?
suffered from
None
that.
of that is true.
That was a bad lie on that nigga.
That
I
was.
stayed clear
I stopped
of
rocking
Tommy-
that shit,
Yeah, I
'cause-
stayed clear of Tommy Cole.
I think he went on Oprah and was like, "Yo, like that wasn't me.
Yeah,
I never
that wasn't
said
me.
that." Like,
And where did this shit come from? Like, why do niggas want... What is the point of lying either privately or out loud? It's like...
to ruin someone's career so you can gain FUBU or whoever it is.
Maybe
put it on
maybe it's
Fubu.
a sinister
Still market share, dude.
maybe.
Carl I did it. Damn, that's fucking wild.
I feel like we enjoy being victims. Like
Damn.
we have not
That's
we.
deep,
I
bro.
don't think so.
Damn.
That's
we've
deep, bro.
Shit.
we've
My ancestors felt
Ins-
that one.
Maybe some of the
not
black
we, not
people.
black people. I'm saying
I want to be a
individuals,
slave.
individuals who lie. We incentivize like victimhood. Like, yo, you're being offended. Here's praise, likes, interviews,
Okay.
retweets, fucking. What else do you want? You want attention, interviews. I saw Kyle Rittenhouse was on doing podcasts now.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
wild,
saying?
bro.
Like, I've been wronged. Interview me. Let me fucking.
I mean, but I'm sure a lot of people are asking to talk to him. You want him to say no to everybody?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I do think you should say no.
I don't think so.
It's
He has the right to speak.
It's the sympathy of it all that
No,
I just
see,
don't.
so
People
see,
died. Like,
see this,
Yeah, you're right.
hold on,
Like,
hold
people-
on.
But it wasn't his fault.
I
He was
don't-
cleared of it.
I don't
That's-
like
people still
that.
die.
I don't
Yeah.
like that when people be like, "Oh, it's my right." You know what that means, bro? That means you cannot do it too.
What do
Yeah.
you mean? Can you
When you
explain that a little
when
more?
you say you have the right to do something, that means you also have the right to not do something.
Yeah.
So don't do anything just because you can do
Right.
it. That's
Like-
stupid. That's really insensitive, bro. You went to that we talked about this already. So it's not about that. Was he innocent of what he was charged with? It's not about that. It's about, nigga, you went to this thing. You was looking for trouble. People got killed, bruh. Be sensitive to that fact. Just be
to their
sensitive
families also.
So because he exercised self-defense
we
and
not-
was acquitted,
We're not trying to. We're not
no,
trying
no,
to.
I'm just
doesn't
saying.
matter,
bro.
So you just think he shouldn't be on a podcast?
I think he should be sensitive to the fact of everything that happened, the entire dynamics of the
Right.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Not-
just
Why
be
is
sensitive.
that? Like,
don't look at it legally. Just
Yeah.
straight. Just
But-
as a human being, you should be sensitive.
But
to
we're
that.
talking. All right, he should be sensitive. But we're talking about doing a podcast.
Yes.
So he shouldn't do a podcast. That's being
Yes.
sensitive.
You don't have to repeat podcast
Yeah.
10 times. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you yes.
You don't
10
have to.
times.
Yeah, you don't have to go out there and be like.
I killed them niggas.
Yeah, like, well,
Exactly.
you don't have to go out there and say, I did it in self-defense, and
Yeah.
he's justified and acquitted. Cool, but just be like,
Right.
it happened, but I don't want to talk
Like,
about it.
he's
out of
he's
respect
living
to
in
him.
stardom because of this
Because of
tragedy.
Yeah,
that.
but what about this part, right? The people who got him kicked out of his university after he was acquitted, and then Team Blue on school, the leftists, they didn't want him to go to school with them. They protested, and in the school, he's kicked out of his university.
Hey,
What do you think about that?
That point,
That's canceling.
you
This nigga
I'm
can't
saying,
even get an education
that point,
now.
he could argue about.
exactly.
The part about the murder. Hey, I don't want to talk about that.
Right,
I
it
don't.
was too
I
much.
don't. Yeah,
People actually died. There's
Self-
funerals happening.
They was
like,
trying to attack me. I kill them, but I ain't trying to. Like, let me give you another example. This is a little bit different, but Nick Cannon, right? His 5-month-old son just died of
recent.
brain cancer.
Damn.
I found out on his show.
Right.
Yeah.
He's telling the entire story of the beginning to the end, and I'm like, "Are you doing this for ratings?" Like, why? Okay,
I saw.
I would think about me. I guess I think about me. I'm not trying to project anything on anyone else, but if my 5-month-old had a brain tumor and just, I'm gonna go on my TV show.
Nah.
Yeah,
That's true.
he was talking about how he got on his show today. He didn't even talk to nobody. He didn't tell anyone. Everybody backstage was wondering why is Nick quiet and stuff. And then he started talking about it on his show. I was watching it on YouTube after, and I was like, "That's a lot of honesty." I don't know if I could. For me, I'd be too embarrassed. I mean, but maybe because he's been in the public space for so long and everything about him is public. Somebody, if he didn't break the story, somebody else would have broke his story
Which
for
is
him.
okay, which is okay. But I'd be
So
like,
he broke his story.
Every time if he cheated on his wife, me and my family going through a hard time right now. Please, no questions.
Right.
Da, 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 da.
But the death of his son, that's gonna come out. Somebody else
Cool.
would have broke the story.
That's cool.
But the way he handles other situations is kind of like, it's just private.
it's
You know?
private. I ain't talking about not my son.
But that would have
just-
come out.
It coming out is not the issue.
Where's
I'm
your
saying
baby? What happened to your child?
Him having a 30-minute segment on the death of my child and crying and y'all pray for me. Let's pray together. Let's all hold hands and pray. The audience.
ratings.
You're talking to strangers.
Right. It don't look
Nah,
genuine.
what the hell is this?
It
You
don't
think
look
he's
genuine.
trying to make a connection with his
With
his
the
fan
camera?
base?
That's the part that looks fake. Why
That
are you
looks-
trying to make a connection with your fan base on this
Maybe
most?
he's trying to be real. I don't know.
It
That's
just
not
happened.
real.
It just happened.
Yeah, it had
Yeah.
just happened like that day, right?
And that's
Or,
who you wanna
like,
talk
recently.
to.
It happened on Thanksgiving,
Right.
and then he talked about it on the show after Thanksgiving.
And you want to talk to me about the death of
Exactly.
your child?
Oh, my fans, console me. Let's pray
don't know
together.
you.
I don't
What?
think I would have done that. I would have been.
I changed the channel on you.
Grant, like mute.
What
down,
are you
man.
saying? I don't-
Like you're ruining my day,
Right.
Nick Cannon. No, but like no disrespect to Nick Cannon, and
I like his
shout
show.
out to you. I mean, not shout out, but like
Rest in
rest in
peace.
peace to your
Right.
son,
For
and
sure.
condolences to you and your
I think
family,
his name was
his child's
Zen.
mother.
Something with a Z. Zen or
Zen. Yeah,
yeah. Zen.
condolences to you and Zen's mother. But like, bro, I mean, let me think about me. Like, if that happened to if I lost my kid,
Bro,
It'd be too hard to.
it's not
this
going
is-
to come on
I
the
won't even be
Shameless
at
Goats
work.
podcast, bro.
I'm not gonna be at work. And then when I get to work, I'm not telling my coworkers like, yo, let me tell you this story of my
So you
kids.
wanted him to just cancel his show that day?
No, maybe,
Yes.
maybe, yeah.
Just cancel the show.
I would have.
Or should he have done the show and not brought it up?
cancel
One-
the show, bro?
Just cancel the
You can
show.
say like, yo, I'm having a tough time.
That's real.
Put a statement out, bro. Like my kid just died. I'm gonna need a week. Come back,
So,
yo, Nick
so
Cannon.
it's cool for him to say it as a statement, but you don't want him to say it himself.
What I'm saying is like back to the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. What I was saying is like when it seems like you're exploiting a situation,
That's a good word.
Yeah.
that's what I have an issue with. It feels like
But a statement doesn't feel like exploiting.
no, because
but him saying it
because it
sounds
happened.
like
You're acknowledging
exploiting.
that it happened, but when you're like almost like gaining
The attention.
viewers
Yeah.
or the attention or Kyle Rittenhouse
But you
gaining
don't think the statement?
gaining statement is gonna happen. It's a true thing, and you're a popular figure. So if my kid died, I'm not gonna put out a statement because I don't care. Like nobody knows me. Like, he's a famous person. You got to put out something.
Right.
Cool. When you're trying to gain,
The attention to it, man.
and now
You
when the
tying
show
it
come
to-
on, I'm now looking like, damn, what time the Cannon show come on? Let me try to watch this shit. Let me see what you be talking about moving
Who
forward.
died this time? I'm watching
No,
the
no,
episode.
no.
Well, a statement isn't going to be on every news channel, on every podcast, on every Twitter video. So you know what you're doing when you're recording yourself and you're crying.
It's
Nah,
not
on
they,
TV.
sensitive.
they report it. They
Exactly.
say Nick Cannon. It'll be on ET tonight.
Right,
Whatever.
it'll be a
Entertainment
2-second
Tonight.
segment versus
Cannon put out a
30-minute clip they're playing you crying.
Exactly.
It's different.
Exactly.
And it
You
holds your
monetize
emotions
it.
different.
You
It's
monetizing
different.
it. Just like the same thing with Jay-Z and Beyonce. They monetize their relationship, bro. Like the album
Lemonade.
Exactly,
Right.
Lemonade. They monetize that.
True.
Same thing with Jay-Z when his album came out and he did the thing with all the black men and whatever. Yeah, you monetize it. And hey, I'm not saying don't get your money, but then can we call a spade on
Exactly.
both ways?
Shit
Like
is
to,
whack.
to Peter's point, because I agree with you on your second point about him not being able to go to school. I don't agree with that, bro. I wouldn't.
that's too much.
I wouldn't
Oh,
get
Kyle.
involved
Yeah.
Right.
in
Legal
that
battles
part
and
because
shit.
that happened at our school where this some student got into it with some other kind of semi-famous attorney or whatever, and she said some racist comments or whatever. Boom, it happened,
Bitch, get out.
and a lot of the black students was like, nah, we can't have a racist at our school. And then they were
Get
like,
outta
oh, let's go to the dean's office. Let's do this. And I remember we were studying for
Toughen up.
finals. And one of my homeboys was like, yeah, bro, we got to go to the dean's office. I was like, no, I got to study for
Bitch, I
this
got finals.
finals,
Fuck outta here.
bitch. Like, bitch, I was not paying attention in no class, nigga. I'm trying to learn it now, nigga. We talking about I don't even know. Matter of fact, I don't even know what the girl looked like. They was like, yo, you know that girl that be like, I'm like, bro, no, I do not know that girl. And who cares? Her and to me, and this is my opinion, bro, one woman and another woman had a little verbal altercation on Twitter, bro. They don't even see each other. And so she said some racist shit. So what? When that lady come to Orlando, where we was at the time, then check her. But
Yeah.
why do we have to come together for that instance to kick her out? No, who cares?
I feel a little bit different about that because that goes to like the student code of honor. You know what I mean? That has
That's
to
a
be
good point.
upheld
That's true.
for the university.
What is the student
There's
code
no
of honor?
student code. You're
What is
making
the
that up.
student
Every school
Every
code?
school
Every
has one, bro.
program.
Student
But what
code?
what does that have to
When
do
you
with
do- when
you do
anything?
something
making
wrong,
that up, aren't
you-
you?
No,
What do you
what?
mean?
No,
They have those?
Every orientation,
it
every
does
job,
it does
everything.
have- it
has
does have
that.
it.
Yes, that's
They will
It
hold
certainly
you
has
to
it.
it
They
when you
hold
do
you to
something
it.
wrong.
And then
That's a fact.
students are supposed to kick out other students because of the student code of
see,
honor.
well,
The
never read it.
student doesn't.
You never read it.
Right.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't
it's to
read
have
it.
integrity and all that shit,
That's
like
right.
not to hurt
is
someone
But that-
else verbally.
but
and
that-
all
Yeah,
that
but that's
shit,
just
like-
not
That
real
means
though.
I
No,
should
it's
kick
not.
you out because you have a legal court case.
Not I.
No.
The school can.
We're talking about the girl here.
Yeah.
She didn't
Yeah.
uphold that code
That's
throughout
right.
her life, and it's on
Which
the
girl?
internet. Kenneth's friend, I guess.
The
No,
classmate.
she's
The
not my
classmate.
friend.
Oh, that-
She is
that-
not
Oh, the
my
Kenneth
friend.
hoes.
She's not my friend.
Kenneth hoes.
I don't even
I
know
don't know
who
if
she
you.
is.
I don't know if you talk about the same one I'm talking about. The one that was on social media and getting real crazy and posting all that shit.
I guess I
Maybe.
was
You weren't
so
even following
I was
it.
so far away from it,
Oh.
and to me, I
That bitch
did-
started acting crazy.
I didn't
The one
understand.
I'm thinking about started acting.
I
Crazy.
didn't understand how if you know, bro, you really got to study for something. Like, bro, you're not making straight A's, bro. Why are you worrying about this? Because this is not going to be an excuse. Your professor's not
Yeah,
going to
they
be
still
like,
gonna have the exam.
you're going to have that exam, bro.
They're not pushing it back.
And to me, I was like, bro, there are bigger issues than this one bitch and this other lady
I
going
just
at it
blocked
on,
her.
on Twitter.
I just blocked her.
Again, it's like we're incentivizing being a victim. It's
Exactly.
Like, okay, this white. I guess she's. I don't know what she
She
is.
is-
But
she white.
She's
She
white.
white.
She said
I just
racist
blocked her.
something. All of us blacks who are probably the minority in your school, in your
Yes.
the program, let's all march for her to get out. And then when she gets out,
And then what?
I guess.
Yeah, she
but-
was like, she was
good.
posting the one I'm talking about. She was
what?
posting on social media, posting to the university's Facebook page and saying that she had the dean of the university is insensitive to her mental needs.
She gotta go.
It's a black. It's a black
And-
girl.
Yeah, she was white, and then she's starting a trend. She was really starting a trend, like literally trend on Facebook's algorithm and shit. And then people on campus are talking about it, and I was cool with her ahead of time. But then I'm like, hey, I seen nigga. There was a school shooting at UF Law School, and
Nah,
you starting to act crazy.
Not UF.
Was it FSU Law School?
Probably, yeah.
Or FSU Law School.
UF, we
They-
don't
we
do
don't
that.
do
Not
that.
UF.
We don't do
Yeah,
that.
but there was school shooting at FSU Law School, and then I'm thinking like, and I literally had a conversation with my dad when this shit was going on. I was like, Daddy, should I bring my rifle to school? Because
Yes.
Yeah, because you're not. The university has their policy. You're not supposed to be strapped on campus. I know some people were strapped on campus anyways, but I'm like, should I do it? Because what the fuck am I gonna do if there's a school shooting and this bitch is acting crazy?
America's so
Please do
crazy.
it.
We got
Hey,
guns
see,
at fucking school.
To me, you just even saying that.
Yeah, I'm thinking
You know-
about. I had a conversation with my dad. I'm like, because I'm thinking through it. These
Yeah.
shits are happening.
It's so crazy. It's because we paying attention to something, in my opinion, that is so stupid, bro. Who cares what the fuck this one person is saying, bro? Like if we that's if we're talking about the same person.
I had a blocker.
Because I don't know if we're talking about the same person. But bro,
I could type
go
my name
on
here.
going about your business. It's only trending because for some reason this is interesting when it shouldn't be interesting. To me.
That, again, it's just causing hysteria over nothing, which is juicy. Which maybe Astro, depending on how you feel. All these things are creating like this cycle of conversation that we all just kind of get swept into, and then when we want something to happen to Juicy, maybe he served 90 days or nothing, or Travis paid money or nothing, and then when it all happens, it's like to bring back our girls. You know what I mean? Like once something does or doesn't happen, we just kind of
Ooger, bring it back
The
out.
Nigerian thing, right?
yeah.
Who is
Yeah.
it? What's that?
Boko Haram,
Yeah,
like,
it's
they kidnapped
all-
Oh, bring
yeah,
back
yeah.
our girls.
Yeah, bring back our
Yeah,
girls.
Oh, that
Yeah,
shit was
that's right.
funny. That
So-
nigga, that
What?
white dude. No,
How you not
the
from
joke. The joke was funny. That white guy who used to be on the Chappelle show,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Yeah, Bill Burr had the joke. He was like, "Why is Michelle doing all these campaigns? Bring back our child."
Go
It's
get
like you're at the dinner table with the most powerful person in the planet. You see that guy? Tell that nigga go get some SEAL teams and go solve this. What am I supposed to do? Go over there with a mic stand?
Go get him. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That was kind of funny. His joke on it.
Okay, so
The situation is serious, but
No,
Bill
I
Burr is
understand.
funny. So
Yeah. Bill
No,
Burr's
yeah,
not
you
funny.
didn't make it funny, but
nah, y'all gotta go
Not
watch
at all.
Bill's
It's not
special.
funny.
no, I saw it and it was funny
It's
as
funny.
fuck. When
Yeah,
it
when
he
went.
said it.
I'm not
Watch
gonna
his
lie.
Go get
special.
him. Bill Burr, he's the best.
I was cracking up
Yeah.
when he said that.
One shameless response that we had, but it was kind of piggybacking on like defending those. Or it was defending black people, but defending those you love. So one example, or say for example, your most loved one, let's say your wife, girlfriend, whatever, is loud and wrong with another person in a public setting, stranger or a friend, maybe her, whoever. She's loud and wrong, and she's in the wrong. Do you defend her?
At that moment,
Or do you? Yes. What do you do in that
What do you
moment?
do?
Do you pull her back? Do you?
and I know she's wrong.
We know she's loud and in the wrong. And do we want to chastise her in that moment? Say, hey, no, old girl here is actually in the right. Or do you be like, nah, my wife is right, and maybe talk about it when you get home?
I would try to just diffuse it and like I wouldn't even want to say she's wrong in public right there. I would just try to like have them separate and go about their day. That's what I would do. I wouldn't want to call her out right there.
I
You wouldn't
agree.
call her.
I agree
I wouldn't call her out,
100%.
no.
I diffused the situation. Everybody calm down. Let's relax. So I'm looking like the level-headed person. I look good.
So you look good. That's the right answer.
What if
Howdy, good
what
one.
if that stranger says,
Fuck your way.
no? She says like, Tony, am I right? Who? Tony, right?
Bitch, I don't
It's
know
not
you.
about it's not about wrong or right now. Let's just calm the situation down and
Okay.
let's just peacefully leave it where it is. I'm good at this. Yeah. Because then I look like a savior. You know what I mean? I come in looking good.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And I leave good.
All right, so let me tell you a situation that actually happened. So a few years, a long time ago, actually.
Last year.
No. So, ex-girlfriend.
Last week.
Stop this.
Today.
You must stop this, idiots. Ex-girlfriend is at a party, right? Her cousin's boyfriend is also at that party. Now, her cousin's not. He's dancing on girls, whining on girls, touching on girls, flirting with girls.
My nigga.
She goes up to him and starts yelling at him, checking him in public.
Cousin boyfriend.
Cousin's boyfriend. His friend comes up to her like, hey, you can't be talking to my mans like that. Like, what are you doing? She slaps him. Bam. And I'm like, ooh. Now, let's say you were there when she did that.
Who am I in this situation?
You would have, I guess, me in that situation.
Okay.
Or that's your wife. That's
you,
your
you
wife.
watched him slap Buddy.
You
Exactly.
just watched all of that happen.
You
watch
watch
her
all of that
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
And you're her dude.
Just exactly how I explained it. Now he doesn't hit her. He doesn't say anything. He's just looking like. But he goes, "Yo, my man's
Get your bitch.
Get,
your girl.
Get your yeah.
You don't
yeah.
have to say get your. I mean, so now what do you do?
Madam,
What do you
let's
do?
go.
What do you
Let's
say?
go. That's it.
Do you even apologize? You be like, yo, my man. Bro.
Oh, you know what? You know what's crazy? I probably would apologize to him. I'm like, yo, my man, I'm sorry about what happened, dog.
She wrong.
I ain't gonna say she's wrong. I'm like, yo, we good over here? Straight up.
So
I would like make an acknowledgement that I seen what happened and I'm not okay with what she did. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say she's wrong verbally.
So
but
something about those words, she's wrong.
yeah, that's a lot.
I was no.
It carries a lot of weight.
If objectively, if my wife said, did something to you, for example, and say we're out and then let's say you are at a bar with a woman and me and her come up and you are and this woman are toasting and drinking shots together. My wife come up to you, grab you by you, Tony, what the fuck is this? Blah blah blah, da 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 da, and she just goes wild and crazy. And then you're like,
it's my sister.
yeah, literally, or something. They say
Right.
your cousin,
My coworker.
that she don't know. I'm gonna be like, yo, Tony, my bad, dog. Like, she wrong. Yes, that's clearly wrong. You're clearly in the wrong. You jumped out the window. You trying to, okay, obviously she's trying to be noble, defend her, your wife, her friend, cool. But in this situation, you were clearly wrong. You made probably both of them uncomfortable. I'm gonna call you out immediately. Oh no, she wrong. My bad, dog.
In front of your wife, you're gonna say she's wrong.
Apologize. Get on your prostrate. I'm not gonna say that part, but I'm going to acknowledge that she was wrong in front of all parties involved, because that's clearly, you're clearly wrong. Clearly, there's no kind of, with your example, like, all right, maybe she saw something, she's trying to defend her friend, and she's
exactly how I said it is exactly how it happened.
So maybe like with Buddy, he could be like da da da. Okay, but if say she come up, she slap you in the face, and you with your coworker thinking that you cheating or whatever, or you with your cousin,
Right. Oh man, to say she's wrong, that's tough, man. I
No,
probably would.
so why is that?
That's why we married.
Because I don't never want to like embarrass my wife in public. That's
okay,
tough.
so let me ask you
have
something.
those conversations.
So let me ask you. So let's say like the situation I just said or whatever, or how Junior just said it. Are you not embarrassed when she did that?
100%.
1,000%. Yeah, that's wrong.
And so I wasn't at the party. So when she told me that story, she was expecting me to be on her side. Now it's just me and her.
Weird.
I looked at her and I was like, yo, don't you ever fucking do that again. Because one, that's a man.
Yeah.
You don't know that he will not hit you back.
He will beat your ass.
And so, right or wrong, if that man hits you, you know what's gonna happen. Now I have to fight that nigga.
Not necessarily. Right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not necessarily.
Bro.
Let her get her ass
You
whooped.
have to pick.
Oh,
no,
let her
whoa.
get her ass
Let her
No.
learn.
You see that?
That's so
How
funny.
the fuck you want her to learn?
She don't have to learn.
let her get like 3 licks.
No.
Yo, say.
Just 3 licks.
Hell no.
I hope your girl listening to this.
Nah, I would have let my girl get hit.
I ain't say that. She said that.
I wouldn't let her get hit.
I'll make this quick. I seen this happen at Brick House. Boom. Me and my wife, we walk. For example, me and my wife, we walking, whatever. Some tall ass football nigga bumps my wife, and I'm at the bar getting us drinks. Bumps her, drops her drink. Tall ass nigga goes, "Sorry, ma'am. X, Y, and Z. Would you like me to buy you another drink?" Nah, fuck that. He was like, again, sorry. This nigga, imagine fucking The Rock. Ma'am, I do apologize. I didn't see you. I was turning around here with my friends. I'm here with 4 other niggas. I'm sorry. I just didn't see you. Maybe I was being belligerent. I'll buy you a drink. Da-da-da-da-da. I see my wife going crazy with this nigga. Oh, let me walk over there. What's going on? This nigga spilled my drink. Buddy taps. I watch all this. Buddy tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, bro, let me tell you what happened. Turn around. Da-da-da-da.
He humble.
So I'm looking like he's humble. That was the main thing. Exactly. He's humble. Because obviously I beat the shit out of everybody here. so Buddy was like, hey man, da da da. So he was looking at him like, all right, I get it. The wife was like, nah, fuck that. You see my dress? You see that in my shoes? So Buddy was like, yo, bro, that shit's fucked up, bro. You got it. No, I don't like that shit, bro. So Buddy was like, all right, fuck this. Him and they beat the shit out of him. They flipped him. They dropped him on his neck.
I hope they're joking.
Me and my wife would tell you this. We watched this together. Police came. They drug that nigga out the club.
That's stupid.
The one that
isn't
got
it?
beat up.
He's over
That's
here
crazy.
like it was a simple mistake.
And he
But what I'm saying-
overreacted.
He overreacted. So in that situation,
because of his girl.
all he had to do was like, my bad, she tripping.
Maybe
That's all you had to do.
Maybe I heard something wrong. I don't know why the fight
No, you heard it
started.
exactly right.
He was trying to please his girl and
He was-
be this
so he
man
was
that
like,
she
nah,
wanted
too
him
macho.
to be.
Nah, bro, fuck
Too
that shit, bro.
macho.
Fuck that shit, bro. Nah,
Bitches
bro.
to get you killed, man.
The guy
Yes.
of the girl,
The smaller guy,
he's
the
the one who
boyfriend.
got beat up.
Yes,
Yes.
he got
Oh, yeah,
killed.
he should
He
have.
got demolished.
But like he shouldn't have even started a fight. That was just stupid.
He had to, because his girl was there. He had to flex up, be her,
For
defend
what?
her
Like,
honor.
it was just a mistake. It was just a spilled
Yeah,
drink.
we understand that.
We understand it, but your girl don't understand it. Now what you gonna do?
bro.
You gonna check her in public?
Exactly.
That's my point.
Yeah, you have to.
You
like,
got
hey,
to.
What do you
this-
say,
this
Peter?
is-
Peter, what do you say to your girl?
hey, sorry this happened, but like, I mean, let's just try to have a good time. Let's just, I'll
You
buy
bitch ass
I'll
nigga.
buy you a new dress.
You
What the
bitch
fuck?
ass nigga.
Hey,
That's what she gonna
You
say.
want
want-
some new
She gonna
shoes?
say
I'll
you-
buy you a
she'll
pair.
Say you a bitch. You a
You
pussy.
a
That's what she
bitch
gonna
ass
say.
nigga.
then break
Nigga,
up.
I'm
a
alive,
good, a
though.
good stroke, she'll be back to normal.
So to and wrap up my part at
Yeah.
least. So what I told her, hey, look, yes, if that nigga would have hit you, I would have had to fight that nigga. Point blank, period. And now you put us in a fucked up situation. And don't do that.
True.
Had I been there, I would have went, yo. I would have had to tell her she was in the wrong. Because one, you fucking embarrassing both of us.
Yeah.
Already. So now embarrassment out the window. Two, bro, now you're putting us in a much more deeper situation. And for me to just act like it's just so now you can just do anything you want because you
Hell
think I'm
no.
not gonna say
Right.
anything in public.
I gotta get that in the bud.
I
homie.
think the problem is
No.
toxic women would agree with what she did. Hell yeah, bitch! You
toxic
better have
woman,
done check that
that's
And
funny.
nigga.
so I
I like
can't be
that.
with
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Toxic femininity.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That
a
is a thing.
toxic
Woman-
masculinity
If a woman
bullshit.
agrees to any part of that, no, we can't.
We can't rock.
Hell no.
We can't rock.
Hell no.
Shameless.
And where the shameless goes.
See you guys.